Eli, we are here. We brought over the 301. Here's what we got going on. We just finished up that pads, steps, sidewalk. So we ran over here. It's only like 10 o'clock. We have a lot of day left. So come over here. Eli dug this all out for us. We're going to do an elevated wood plank stamp with an elevated pad under that door, a 4x5 pad on the door. So the reason I brought the 301, I'm going to dig a ditch to daylight right here, right beside the well. About 30 feet, we'll take it and poke it right out of the hillside right there. That way the water's not draining across the new patio. So I'll go ahead and get that set up. We'll start getting lines and elevations on the house. Ready, break. Okay. Just line that up with the tracks. Run over my coffee. I have about 2 sips left in that. So I'll switch to 3-foot bucket out. We always leave the 3 on there. I use that for grading a lot. Okay. Got it all unchained already? Good deal. Yeah. So here's what you can do. Not that I need to, but it's a nice option. You can see how that's kind of steep. So you can raise the bed up a little bit. No, those ramps aren't quite so steep. Bennett's Trailers. Watch that coffee. Get that in a minute. Go straight on. Stretch that. Oh yeah. We know. Always stretch that boom and bucket out. You can lower that blade just above your ramps, but be ready to pick that up. You don't want to, especially if that's a street, you don't want to gouge that asphalt or concrete. So that made it very easy. Especially if that's a little bit slippery. A little bit closer to the ground. See, I was just hovering above the ground. Yeah, right about there. Now when you slide this pin out, it doesn't fall and crunch your toe. Okay. The 302 has a little bit of a quick connect on it, but these buckets are light and it's not too bad, especially if I get somebody over here to help me. But they're getting stuff out, I don't want to bother them. Looks a little dry, huh? Need some grease on there. Make sure you whole side. Okay, my power grease gun is on the way. Until it gets here, a couple squirts. Once you see it move and start coming out, anymore is just wasted grease. Good deal. Give these pins a shot. Okay, I'm looking at the downspout line following that mortar joint. Right where I have my can of glue setting, it seems like the downspout's going to have to come in ever so slightly that way to miss the exhaust for the furnace. So I just dug it right on the edge of that, and we'll follow that straight up. Back there. So even a slight angle this way, away from the well. They usually bring the power in with the water line for that, so it's usually about 3 feet deep. Just digging nice and careful, kind of scratching the surface. There. Hopefully it was a root. Okay, I'm looking at the downspout line following that mortar joint. Right where I have my can of glue setting, it seems like the downspout's going to have to come in ever so slightly that way to miss the exhaust for the furnace. So I just dug it right on the edge of that, and we'll follow that straight up. Back there. So even a slight angle this way, away from the well. They usually bring the power in with the water line for that, so it's usually about 3 feet deep. Just digging nice and careful, kind of scratching the surface. There. Hopefully it was a root. You can see I'm getting deeper as we're going. is what I do as I'm digging. Set the bucket in the ditch, give it a little heel, just to even that out. Now the pipe will sit nice in there, as well as I use this for a gauge. You can see the top of the bucket is even with the dirt. So just continue to dig that same plane. All this is sloping this way. Now I know I have good fall on that pipe. Nobody told me. Looks like Christmas came early. Is all buried. I thought it was kind of important. We put the pipe in and we encased the pipe in limestone. That way, as water forms in here, it can leach down into that pipe area and follow out. The water level will never be higher than the bottom of that ditch, hopefully. That's the idea. So we are 12 foot out. Do a quick recap here for you. We had to recut the sidewalk. It was just a little bit out of square, so we came up with a start point. We pulled 26 feet over, and that worked our dig. So when I squared this out, it was just a little bit off. You can see my undercut. We were about 1 inch to 2 inches on that side. So new line, new cut, and we are nice and true, square, quarter bubble fall. And let's put this together. With this corner set and this corner set, set the form. You just want to see a little bit of daylight between the string and the lumber. You don't want that in pushing the string and you never know where you're at. Just a little bit of daylight between the string and the lumber. We'll look at that when we're done. Okay. See if I can't capture some of this on video. See, that's what I want right there, just a little bit of daylight. You can adjust it. Here's the pin right here. Pack of dirt. Voila. Good, a little bit in.
Yeah, I was gonna kick it in.
Yep. Find a pin that doesn't have concrete filled holes. So the string is set for height. And let's get one more, one high, one low. Now with Jim putting that kicker in, now you can see you can adjust it in ever so slightly. So we put a kicker high, then a kicker low, high. Sometimes double them up. We have any short pins out?
Yeah.
Well, that way when you trip on them, they won't go all the way through you. I said we could alternate one kicker high, one kicker low. There's not going to be that much weight against it. And if you watch the video, you'll see that I did say sometimes we double them up. Okay. I think we're almost ready to start grading.